Say that again.
Oh, I was just joking.
Say it
Are
again.
you recording?
Yes, I am.
My fellow Americans, I ask you here today so that we can come together and make this nation great.
Leah Grace Sees. Born on Tuesday, full of grace. Leah loved her son, Alan. She loved music, and she loved Diet Coke. In fact, I'll give $10 to anyone who knew Leah and didn't see a Diet Coke either in her hand or close by. Leah was a single mom, acting as also father, juggling work, sometimes college, a deadly illness, and raising Alan many times, depending on location or circumstances, without other family nearby. And she was also a soccer mom for Alan, though she never had the minivan. Leah was inducted into Mensa because of her high intelligence, but she was not arrogant. Instead, she used her intellect in her love for research, knowledge, investigation, and digging for facts, truths, or backstories. She also loved to debate and discuss, especially theology and politics, and she made quite a few friends in her weekly and monthly theology and political group get-togethers. Through several jobs over the years, she realized her best calling for medical billing and became an award-winning expert in the field. She also became an entrepreneur and opened her own medical billing and consulting company. Although remaining small, as she preferred, she took great care of her customers, with her specialty being able to recover revenue that had been incorrectly processed by other billing companies, insurance companies, or Medicare, Medicaid. And to her great joy, her very first customer was still with her. Leah also was very private and didn't like attention paid to her. Many people were unaware that she battled type 1 diabetes for 37 years, and only in the past couple of years did she share this with even her closest friends. She would very stealthily inject her insulin while sitting at the table in a restaurant. How many of you actually ever saw her do that? In the mid-1980s, she was said to be a medical miracle in Denton, Texas, after not only surviving a multiple-day diabetic coma, which was uncommon on its own, but she also sustained little residual damage, considering, to her kidneys and body. I used to joke that it was her stubbornness that got her through it. By golly, she wasn't going to let a little thing like a coma get her. Leah also, of course, had a passion for cats and kittens. Some of you wondered when I'd finally mention this, didn't you? Leah learned early in life with our family pets and adoptions just how wonderful cats and her passion grew. She devoted much of her free and unfree time to loving and helping kitties, aside from just the generations she adopted for her own. She fostered homeless kitties, she reared many a newborn, and became a locally known expert in bottle feeding, rearing, and teaching how to care for orphaned newborns. She also supported feral and homeless cats with trap, neuter, release, both actually doing so and also advocating for. She always took another foster or bottle baby into her home and care, even when in recent years she tried to retire. Once her body could no longer perform the physicalities of doing trap, neuter, release, and no-sleep bottle baby care, she turned to kitty, and sometimes doggy, transport, driving all over the state of Texas to help get cats from one care location to another. Whenever possible, she would take off at a moment's notice to make sure a kitty got where it needed to be, whether directly to the destination or to the connection to the next transporter. And she made so many cat-loving friends along the way. I hope she knew how much they care for her. Further, she founded 2 cat charities, Mid-Cities Community Cats, which she eventually left, and TNR Euless, now called Euless Shelter Cats. Both organizations are still going strong thanks to her vision, proactiveness, and passionate love for kitties. With this well-known love for kitties, many of you might not know that she also loved pigs. This developed just a few years ago after I told her a heartwarming true story of a loving pig who saved his owner's life. A woman had collapsed in her house with no one else home. Her pig was discovered to be squirming in and out of the cat door, running out to the street, trying to get people's attention, and then squirming back into the house. The pig actually sustained cuts and scrapes doing this. Finally, someone realized what the pig was doing and went inside the house to find the woman, who lived because of her pig's intelligent and loving action. I sometimes wondered if Leah related to that woman, but I never asked. As a 4-year younger sister, I always adored Leah. When she got black frame glasses, I got the same black frame glasses. When she got a green suitcase, that was the one I wanted and got also. I chose my sorority because she was already in it. I didn't even go through formal rush to meet anyone else. Sadly, life didn't always keep us together, but luckily these last 15 years or so, we became especially close. We were, however, so opposite. She was introverted and smarter. I am extroverted and better socially. In fact, her intelligence helped me with trigonometry. Not that she helped me with my homework, but in that her trig teacher, Dane Phillips, at our high school, Trinity High School in Euless, liked her so well that when I got into his class years after her, he allowed me to do extra credit to help my learning, which he never did for others and only did for me, according to him, due to his respectful fondness of Leah. And we rarely could agree on a movie or TV show. Very few did we like the same. She liked true murder life mysteries. I liked fiction murder mysteries. She preferred Indian and Asian food. I prefer pub and American. If she would play a game, which I love to do, she preferred mine required like Boggle. I prefer social parlor style. I would go to some of her theology or political nights, became friends with some of her friends. She would come with me to Poquino and became friends with some of my friends, but it rarely stuck. Well, our 2 years of weekly or monthly cribbage with our friend Liz stuck for a while. We did, however, always agree on the card game Oh Hell. We love that game. But we would spend so much time together regardless. And aside from our mutual love of cats, we did find 2 other common loves. One was leisurely going to Central Market or Market Street on a Saturday evening to pick out what we wanted for dinner, and then cooking and sharing our meal together. So good. And could she cook? The very best soup I ever ate was her 15 veggie soup. Delicious. The other common love was our enjoyment of day or short overnight trips. We would drive, singing along to music, to all parts of Texas and some Oklahoma, to our chosen destinations. We seemed to have a silent agreement that she got her choice of music and I got my choice of the air conditioning setting. With our most recent trip to San Saba in September, she was overjoyed to discover that I knew all the lyrics when I started singing out loud from her song list to the Eagles song 7 Bridges Road. She said none of her friends even knew the song, and it has always been one of both her and my favorites. How did we not know that before? Yet even with all of our differences, we always had conversation and laughs, or could enjoy just being together, not always needing to converse, her on the computer and me watching TV, but together. And I don't know now whether I can ever enjoy coffee again. I was never a coffee drinker, but Leah discovered her taste for coffee a few years ago. On the frequent weekends when I'd spend Saturday night with her, or her eventually with me when she was able to get her cataracts removed and could see to drive again, we'd have coffee with a Sunday breakfast. Almost part of a tradition from when we were young, Sunday breakfasts. It grew on me. In the past year, as she felt more ill, we wouldn't spend as many weekends actually together, but I would usually still have a cup of coffee on Sunday mornings. I'd text emojis to her of my cup of coffee, plus emojis of whatever I was eating for breakfast, and she'd text me with emojis of her breakfast. The connection, even when we were not together in person. The Friday night before Leah passed that rainbow bridge, to see all of her kitties and family waiting for her on the other side, she, Alan, his fiancée Moshira, and I had dinner together. Then afterwards, she spent a late night with her friend Todd. I'm so glad that she left this world after an enjoyable evening and that we got to see her so close before she left us. I am also so glad that she knew I loved her. so much that I would usually embarrass her each time I told her so. Leah was my sister, my friend, my confidant, my companion, my human world encyclopedia, the person I turned to. Leah will be missed. I will miss her. Say hello to all of those humans and kitties, dogs and birds on the other side for me, Leah. Love your adoring sister, Carolyn.
There are stars in the southern sky, southward as you go. There is moonlight and moss in the trees, down the 7 bridges road. Now I have loved you like a baby, like some lonesome child, and I have loved you in a tame way, and I have loved you wild. Sometimes there's a part of me has to turn from here and go, running like a child from these warm stars, down the 7 bridges road. There are stars in the southern sky, and if ever you decide you should go, there is a taste of time, sweet and honey, down the 7 bridges road.
Look at that face. You're gonna be a great little guy for somebody, because you got the personality. And you got some awfully dirty toes. They're so cute when they're big enough to start acting like a big cat, but they're still so tiny. When they start grooming and playing and running, but they're still so tiny. It's especially funny when they're still uncoordinated and start trying to play. They mostly tumble over each other instead of really playing. Yeah, you're a big boy now, isn't you? You're a big boy now. Yeah, making sure him's all clean. Him's a big boy now. Oh my God, look at that face. You are just so cute. You are so cute. You are. And you know, you got a face like Mackie, I've noticed. You got the little patch on your nose like Mackie does. There's no way one little body can be that dirty. One little body can't possibly be that dirty. You know, I haven't combed them for fleas in a few days either, because they did all come with fleas. Like these little guys often do. I know. You wanna tie? Put up them dukes. Put up them dukes. Yeah, you got a full mouth of teeth. A full mouth. I see them in there. You can't fool me now. You're not a little baby anymore. You got a full mouth of teeth there. So I guess that puts you about 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Which, yeah, because I figured they were born about March 21st, so that'd be about right. What are you squealing for? Such a sweetie. Such a sweetie. I wonder if Stephanie's going to take you home. She sure did fall in love with you. I know why. What was that? What was that? It's an awfully big cat, isn't it? You gonna get that big one day? Alright, you ready to get down? I think you're clamoring to get down. I don't want you to fall, so we'll put you down.